What up, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening. How you doing? Let me put this in the box here. To help further this program, these broadcasts. BROADCAST. Donation accepted. How y'all doing tonight? I'm ready to roll. We're gonna have a great conversation tonight. I'd like to talk about a lot of things. I appreciate everybody's coming on. Y'all have to excuse me for 1 second. Let me do this. And I'm gonna do that. And I'm ready. I just gotta get this set. And I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to go in tonight. I'm waiting for some more people to come on in. Make sure I have this set so I can listen to it and make sure my volume is up. I'm waiting to get some new equipment, the appropriate equipment, to do these type of broadcasts and have conversations with people. I like talking to people. I like having great conversations and have conversations with people. I like to say, to rest in peace to Kango Kid, who passed Saturday, 3 o'clock. Colon cancer, something that I'm dealing with at the exact same moment. I'm at stage 2. I had chemo this week, so I have all this attached to my waist, to the bag. I get it disconnected tomorrow. Then next week, Monday's Dracula, they want blood, and then the following week is chemo. But hopefully on January 7th, when I go in, they have to take an MRI of my abdomen to make sure the spots they seen earlier is no longer there. Pictures by my grandkids. Believe in yourself. A very positive attitude and believe in yourself. And hi, Ada. And, just to let you know, I have some kind of drawing talent. These are all my designs done by hand. I've done these before I got cancer, so I want you to see my artwork. These are just designs, that I've done. Freehand, and they all autographed. These are my friends and clowns and stuff. I don't know who this is. I think this is me and my homeboys. And these are actually drawn by me. This was done 11/20/20. Oh, 1/20/20. Oh, this was done the day Kobe Bryant crashed and stuff here. And this one got washed. I don't know, but it was done by me, so it is as it is. And this one of the last one, I had them put on shirts, so I do have these shirts available. But I'd like to say, hey Ada, I'd like to say that we tonight with somebody that I respect a lot in this business, and there she go.
Hi.
Okay, we're gonna get this straight. How are we gonna pronounce your last name? Because I always mess it up.
Yeah, it's Eustice.
Okay, Cal Eustice.
Yep.
Okay, just move down just a little. Get that beautiful face. Okay, I want to say, why don't you request me to join so I can be on your page at the same time?
Oh, how do I do that?
Go to, let me request to see if I can join your page.
Okay.
Oh, I got to figure out how to do that. KYLE. Okay, I got to find out how to do that. Because then that way we both got it. But I want to say, we was talking about Kango. And this young lady here, I text her. She was the first one to put it out.
Yeah.
Actually, she was the first one to put out when Educated Rapper died because they called me from the hospital.
I remember.
But I don't want to get to that right now. Jimmy Spicer as well.
Yep.
Ready Red from the Ghetto Boys, but also she does interviews with people who are alive. Like she interviews
I do talk to a lot of alive people as well.
Right. But I want to say, I want everybody to please reach out to Ralph McDaniels. I'm gonna tag him in because he's digitizing all of the video music box stuff for the yes. And also donations to the Universal Hip Hop Museum, because that's very important to what we're doing in hip hop. The Universal Hip Hop Museum is very important. And I don't care if it's $1 or whatever, please donate. And third, make sure you listen to Rock the Bells, Channel 43, Shaw Rock and Grandmaster Cash, Roxanne Shantae, Chuck Chill Out. I think Greg Nice is on there.
DJ Cool V.
DJ Cool V. A lot of great people on channel Rock the Bells, Channel 43, starting in November. Starting in January, it's gonna be Scorpio International Hip Hop.
Nice.
And hopefully, some other shows will be added in the future.
I'll take a show.
Yeah, would you? Also, Jay's Hat by you already on Jay's Hat by DJ Hurricane. He has an app. And Lord Finesse and Ed OG and them is over there with music. So we're going to have to add that to the playlist. So we'll people keep going here, original hip hop. But tonight's guest is Kyle Eustice. And Kyle is somebody that I've come across over the last couple years.
God, no, Van. I think we've been talking since about 2016.
Yeah.
Maybe 20. Yeah. So it's been a while.
So currently she's a senior writer for Warner Brothers Music Group and Hip Hop DX, which I regard highly as one of the premier #1 hip hop website in the business. I have somebody on here before we get into detail with you. I want him to say hi to you. And
who is it?
You'll find out. He wants to say hi to you.
Nice.
I hope he join in. I think I did it right.
Aww.
He might have to make a request. But there's a lot that people don't know about you, and I want people to know about you. And right here, this is Mr. Easy AD from the Cold Crush Brothers.
Oh my goodness! What up?
What's going on?
What up?
How you doing?
What's up, legend?
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm well. I'm enjoying the warmth of being at home.
Yeah, you look cozy, nice and cozy.
Well, it's nice to meet you, and keep on doing what you love.
Oh, I will. We got to do an interview sometime.
Okay, I mean we could definitely do that. Mr. VanSilk will make that happen.
He's the connect, man.
Well, I would
That's
definitely
correct.
pass the number on, and me and AD have some current projects we're working on that I can't discuss at the moment, but they'll be coming up. And
Nice.
he has a great program with health and education in the schools and eating healthy, besides being part of the legendary Cold Crush Brothers. So I want to connect you two and let everybody know the wonderful work that you do for hip hop, not only for the new generation, but definitely for the generation that we all come out of.
Absolutely. You are the most important to me because you laid the groundwork. You are the pioneers. You are the architects. You deserve nothing but the most respect. And if I see anybody disrespecting you, I'm going to set them straight.
Wow.
We appreciate the love, and we appreciate the battle. The battle never ends, so we appreciate that.
No, absolutely. I mean, I just can't imagine like giving you anything but the most respect, you know? We wouldn't have what we have today. Hip hop is now the biggest genre in the world, thanks to all of you. So it's like, no, ultimate respect.
Definitely. Thank you. All right. Nice meeting you.
Thank you so
Nice
much,
to meet you.
Easy AD from the legendary Cold Crush Brothers. I will tag him in the post when we finish, and y'all can follow him and keep up with what my brother has been doing.
Okay, cool.
And while we're doing that, we have another guest on. Who is that? I can't see you. Speak up.
Is that Lana? Is that my girl? Oh, shit. It's my...
Is that JB from
shit.
JJ
I
Flag?
love you so much. Hi.
I love you more. I'm sorry.
JB, I can't see you, JB. You in the car?
Yeah, I'm in the car. I wasn't expecting to go on, but when you invited me, I didn't want to say no.
This
I
is one
wish
of my
you would.
favorite. You are one of my favorite women in the world. Like, I just want to say I love you so much. I'm so glad to
Thank
see
you.
Supersonic.
Oh my God.
Supersonic.
I love you guys so much. I'm so sorry I'm in the car and I'm all dark, but I wanted to say hi. And Kyle, you know you're my favorite girl. Right? You know I love you so much, and I'm hoping and praying that everything's going okay with your treatments. I'm praying for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Me too, Van. You know that, though.
I'm here. I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
We're beautiful women and the beautiful love. Even LL tonight
Yes.
text me. Even LL texted me tonight. We had a conversation and saying, "Listen, brother, you're gonna get through it.
Oh,
It's
that's
all
so
good."
sweet.
So
Look at that
And you
smile,
are.
though. Look at that smile. What's up, JV?
I just love you guys.
We're gonna
You're gonna
finally
be
meet.
fine.
We're gonna meet in February in Salt Lake City. We're
Salt
gonna
Lake
go
City.
to that. Yeah, we're gonna do that show, and it's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to meet you finally after all these years.
I know. I cannot wait. I know. I'm
know.
gonna give you the biggest hug ever. So
Me
so
too.
be prepared for the hug
It's
of life.
gonna be epic. And just so you know, I'm boosted, so don't worry.
Yes.
I'm not gonna be bringing the COVID
Okay.
anywhere near you.
Me too. I'm boosted too. So yeah, we're good to go. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go
Nice.
home driving, and I want to make it to February so I can see you.
Yes, please do. Okay, I'll see you then.
Okay, JB from JJ
Okay.
Fad. Thank you, baby.
Yeah, girl.
Of
Woo!
course. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Bye. That was a nice surprise. I love her so much. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So people, we got the lovely Cal Eustice on the check-in live. Let's talk with VanSilk. Now, I don't claim to know everything, but I know at one point you worked at High Times Magazine.
I still do. Yeah, I still do. Mm-hmm.
Explain that journey.
Well, I mean, basically, when I started out freelancing, basically. So I was doing a lot of print work for a lot of different magazines. And I think around 2017, one of my publicist friends approached me and asked if I'd be willing to write a story for High Times on a band I actually grew up with in Omaha, Nebraska, of all places. And I said, of course. So I did it, and then I never stopped. So I've been contributing to them for the past, 5 years almost? Yeah, 5 years. And done a lot of features. I just had West Side Gun, Ice-T, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, I've put a lot of those guys in the magazine. So it's been a really good relationship.
And I just seen a magazine called Thrasher with the Thrasher Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, Thrasher. So Thrasher's the premier skateboard magazine. It's been around for 40 years. I've been with them since 2010. So as you can imagine, I've done hundreds of interviews probably at this point for them. It's definitely one of my favorite magazines, but I do their music section. And so I put Chuck D in there. I mean, I've put a lot of legends in there. And, newer artists too, like Macklemore and Benny the Butcher and stuff like that.
And speaking of Chuck D, how did that relationship started?
Started all with an interview, Van. I think it was 2010. We did an interview for, I think, some Denver newspaper. Like, he was coming to town or something. And I set up an interview with him. And we just clicked. Like, I just thought he was amazing because he's Chuck, of course. And, we stayed in touch, and I think it was a couple of years later, maybe a year later, he approached me about doing some stuff for Rap Station, and I was like, of course, naturally it was kind of a no-brainer. So I've been working with him ever since. I do his And You Don't Stop radio show. It's syndicated across the country. I do a news show for him, and, I was writing for the website a lot and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm excited to see what else we're going to do, in 2022 as he continues to grow his company.
How many jobs you got?
Like 40? No, I don't know. I got a lot of jobs.
Hey, listen.
Mm-hmm.
In all your journalism, which I really love your journalism techniques, how you write your stories.
Mm-hmm.
In hip-hop, who's the 5 artists that you enjoy interviewing?
Ice-T is like at the top of my list because he's just hilarious. He's so knowledgeable about the culture. Yeah, he's so funny. Like, I love talking to him. Chuck D, obviously. This is such a hard question. There's so many.
Well, you just got to pick 5.
I know,
No,
that's the hard thing.
But there's no disrespect to the other 5, you know.
Okay, well, before he passed away, Gift of Gab from Black Delicious was probably one of my favorite because he was so articulate and like loved to talk. Obviously, his name's Gift of Gab, so we had a lot to talk about. And he was really passionate about hip hop and really cared about the culture. That was a really good one. And believe it or not, I love interviewing MC8 in Compton's Most Wanted.
Wow, that's a real close one to me.
Yeah, he's great. Like, he's such a solid dude. Like, all of those guys, they're just so good to me and just so kind and polite and like have respect, you know. And it's pretty obvious. God, who else?
One more.
Who?
You got one more for your 5 best interviews. That was the
Oh
question.
my God.
Come on, you interviewed a lot of people now.
I know, it's so hard. Dude.
See?
Man, you know what? I really enjoyed interviewing Curtis Blow. And you know why? Yeah. You know why? Because one of the first times I interviewed him, this was years ago, I mean, long time ago, he was telling me about what New York was like, you know, as hip hop was starting to grow and to blossom. And it sounded like straight up that Warriors movie, you know? And
Right.
I was like, what? Like, it was just so cool to hear a firsthand account of somebody who actually like witnessed the birth of hip hop. And so having that education firsthand was invaluable to me. And in fact, I just met up with Curtis Blow like a few weeks ago in Denver. Finally got to meet him for the first time. And
yeah, you
like,
you went to the Nutcracker?
I didn't get to see the show, but I saw him right after. And like, he's just such an amazing person. And
for somebody that had open heart surgery, heart transplant, all the stuff we dealt with, he looks good. Yeah. I spoke to him. He put on weight.
Yeah. He looks great. And he has the heart of a 35-year-old now. So we told him he had to live a long time.
Well, it was some rough nights with Curtis.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
And I love him, and I'm glad he's here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you gave me your 5.
Yeah.
Now, the 5 most anticipated interviews you had to do, meaning that you couldn't sleep, you didn't know what to ask them, you didn't know if it was going to turn out good or bad. 5.
I don't know if this is controversial or what, but probably like Russell Simmons, you know. I wasn't really sure like what was cool and what wasn't. So, but he ended up being a really wonderful, you know, interview. And I just met him for the first time in LA, actually a couple weeks ago. So that was cool. Going up to Rick Rubin's studio in Malibu, I was very nervous. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him, but like just being in his space was pretty intense for me because, you know, Def Jam, I always credit as kind of getting me into all of this. You know, my dad handed me License to Ill by the Beastie Boys when I was like in 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, what is this? You know, I quickly fell in love with that. So Def Jam's always been my shit. I met LL Cool J when I was 12. And I remember I remember being really nervous. I was probably nervous to talk to him. Chuck D set us up for an interview, I think around 2013. And one of the first things I told him, I was like, hey, like when I was 12, my little sister and I met you and you were so kind and, you know, you signed our autographs. And he was like, oh, that's crazy. That's hot. And so now that's like our quote, like my sister and I always say like, oh, that's crazy. That's hot. Because that was LL's quote. So
right.
It was kind of nerve-wracking talking to him because he's such a big pillar of the culture as well. And he's obviously a legend. Who else was I nervous about? Sometimes I'm a little nervous, like with artists like maybe I haven't grown up with necessarily, you know, and I worry like I'm not gonna like do a good job, but I make sure to always do my research. Dave East I just interviewed this week and he was incredible, and that was one where I thought, oh man, like what if we don't mesh, or like, you know, and he ended up saying it was one of his favorite interviews. So that went really well. Same with like Conway the Machine and the Griselda guys, like Benny the Butcher, Conway. Yeah. There's so many, man. There's so many.
Now, I want everybody to know this is Let's Talk with VanSilk.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight we got a great guest. Eustice from Hip Hop DX, Warner Brothers Music Group, Thrasher Magazine, High Times, Chuck D, Rap Station, and the show, and You Don't Stop. You got a lot of jobs.
I do.
Question, indeed. You was just on a TV show with Dr. Oz with Search from Third Base.
Yeah. And DMC.
DMC.
Mm-hmm.
What was that about in life?
So I actually, that's another thing I do, Van. It's another one of my many jobs. I do a podcast with MC Search called Breaking Anonymity, and it's actually about recovery and addiction. And anyone familiar with DMC's story knows that he struggled with alcohol, for a really long time. And he was one of our first guests. So we were invited on the Dr. Oz show to talk about, you know, mental health and addiction and recovery. And they asked me to be on the show as well as one of the co-hosts. So, you know, I got to zoom in from Colorado, and it was an amazing experience, you know, and I just hope that, you know, we're helping people and kind of destigmatizing, you know, what addiction looks like, I guess.
So did people get addicted to weed? Like,
I mean, I can tell you my whole life revolved around weed. There was a time where, like, literally, like, I was high from morning till night. I don't know. I don't think you can be physically dependent on weed too much. I mean, but I did notice, like, when I quit, that I had, like, really bad anxiety because my body, like, wasn't used to not having weed in my system. That's what I experienced. It was really debilitating for a while, actually. My body didn't know what to do without weed. But I haven't smoked since 2010. And I've been sober since 2006, so I haven't drank since then.
Well, I've been sober since May 31st, ever since I had this operation. I haven't
It's awesome.
smoked since May. It took to get cancer to stop smoking. Ain't that something?
Yeah, it took me almost dying to quit drinking, so I get it. Yeah.
And that's something that people don't understand. Drinking, you may not think you have a habit, but sometimes you just get up in the morning with wine, liquor. Yeah. You might eat, smoking cigarettes, but some people depending on a lot of, and you don't sometimes don't get drunk, but you can still do your job, but you end up falling asleep.
Yeah. No, I was one of those people that, like, never did anything in moderation. It was always like all or nothing. So, you know, I can confidently say, had I not gotten sober in 2006, I wouldn't be doing anything I'm doing now. Like, there's no way, because I just fell apart, you know, like my whole life, like I said, just became all about that. I didn't really have many goals. Like, it was just messed up. Like, I screwed up college. Like, I did a lot of things that I regret, but, you know, got me here. So I guess that's just part of my journey.
Wow. Who's Ellen?
Ellen? My sister?
Oh, that's your sister. Wow.
Is she on here?
I don't know. I think she her hair ain't done. She's definitely watching.
Oh yeah, that's my sister. That's my little sister. She's flying in tomorrow, actually, so I'm gonna go pick her up from the airport, and then my brother gets in on Thursday, so I'm excited. Gonna see the whole family. Yeah, my dad's here now, so he's downstairs, and yeah, we're just gonna kick it.
and I wish you would have got to do that article that you wanted to do with me and Kango.
I know. I tried to reach out to him too. I messaged him. I called him. I tried to reach him. I'm just devastated. And, you know, I knew something was wrong, Van. I mean, obviously he's in the hospital, but I saw some of the pictures he was posting, and I was like, ugh, like, he just didn't look good. And the night before he passed, I actually reached out to Mixmaster Ice, and I just said, you know, is he still
I spoke to Ice the same night.
Yeah.
And he said, man, he's not leaving the hospital, because I knew he wasn't leaving, because Kango texted me October 28th and told me that it spread. So I know what that meant. And it was, you know, it's 45 days. It would, you know, I mean, he knew it, and he stood strong.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
he
Remember
lived
how
his
happy
life.
he was when LL Cool J showed up? I mean, that post was like, it was so sweet, but it was also so telling of his spirit, his, you know, his vibe. Like, even in that situation, he was so positive and so, you know, just, you could tell how much he had, you know, respected LL, and it was just
Well, I
really
mean,
sweet.
well, Roxanne Shante finally said something. Then you got UTF. I mean, you got Jalil from Houdini, because remember,
Mm-hmm.
they came up underneath Houdini
Mm-hmm.
as dancers, Keystone.
Yep. Yep.
Then you still got the whole family of Full Force, UTFO, Real Roxanne, you know, and Bow-Legged Lou and them is really taking it hard, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and all of them. And, you
Yeah.
know, he went out the way he wanted to go, because I know how he is. And leaving that LL picture last, and other people came to see him after that, but that was the most important thing to him, was for LL. And Irvin Patton has the last video performance of him on his birthday,
Yeah.
which we
Yeah.
have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you could put videos on your page, on your
Yeah,
site.
I'd love to do something. I mean,
Well, I can have Irving email it to you or
okay.
send it to you. It is his. He filmed it with Red Alert DJing. He has
Okay.
3 minutes
Yeah,
of it.
I want you and I to do that story about, you know, cancer, and, you know, how important it is to get checked, and just all, you know, all these hip hop legends shouldn't be in this situation. What really bothers me is that there's no health care for them, you know, there's no system set up where it's like, all right, we're going to take care of you guys. Like, I know Swizz Beats like suggested starting a fund for
Yeah,
the
but you know,
legends.
when he suggested that, everybody named Mama was calling me, yo, you got this beat's number? If I seriously,
I know.
it got to be. But no, we have Rick Million, who actually helped Curtis Blow. He works at NYU. I post, if you get your prostate and colon check. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't know where to go, call Rick. He'll help make the arrangements. He's been helping make an arrangement for some of the pioneers that I cannot disclose their name, because it's against the
Good.
law. But I can talk
Okay.
about Curtis, because Curtis has disclosed it. But the Mickey Benson had mental-awareness.org for like 5-6 years,
Mm.
you know, and, you know, I've been preaching about it ever since. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people call me up and say, listen, man, I went ahead and got checked anyway, because it's ugly. I'm at stage 2. And I mean, like, I keep this light like this because you don't want to see my skin
Mm.
in a bright light in my hair.
Well, you
I
look
lost
good
my,
to me, Van.
I know, but you know, when I'm in the car with the kids and you can really
Yeah.
see it, or the marks on my leg and my arm, like you could like take a magic mark and connect the dots. And the cream is expensive because your health coverage don't cover the cream,
Right.
you know. But
It's just, it's all wrong. And like, this is why I got passionate about Jimmy Spicer too. It's like, here he is, one of our hip hop pioneers, and he couldn't afford medical care, you know? And it's why does he have to launch a GoFundMe to try to live? Like, I just thought that was so wrong. So I did an interview with him. I ran the story. I got his GoFundMe out there, you know, but even so,
yeah, but I connect you.
It was too late.
He's supposed to do the show. The MC Shannon friend for me in September.
Yeah.
I think I connected you to Jimmy through his daughter, one of them.
Yeah, you probably did.
He called me, Van, I'll do the show. Boom, boom, boom. I said, Jimmy, he said, I'm in remission. Trust me, I'm in remission.
Mm-hmm.
A week before the show, his daughter called me. Did you talk to my father? I said, yeah, I got all the text messages. He's in the video promo. We got his award. He's not going to make it. We're trying to gather his going away. And the night of the show, T-Ski Valley taking his plaque that we had for him, and he passed before he got down there the next day. And Jimmy was fighting cancer for years.
Yeah.
But it's sad. We have another hip-hop legend, never made a record, but he comes from the Collins brothers. that started, the movement in Mount Vernon, Papa Do Jam. He has prostate cancer 4. And I grew up with him. And now he said he haven't eaten a whole month. And Easy AD and Dougie Fresh have been talking to me about eating healthy because they're really into the health.
Who ate?
Easy AD.
You said MC8?
Oh,
AD.
Fresh.
Okay.
They guide me with eating, what not to eat, what to do. Because like now, I can't drink nothing cold because of this thing that's connected to me. If I were to drink anything cold, it would feel like 100 raisins in my mouth. So I have to drink anything under. Yeah,
well,
I have
see,
to drink.
this is what woke me up too, Van. So I lost my mom suddenly in May 2019. She was diagnosed with stage 3 multiple myeloma, and we're in the hospital. She's in ICU. She went septic in the hospital after they put the port in her neck. That went septic. Her whole body went septic. All her organs started shutting down. She was in ICU for like 44 days. And during that time, I met her infectious disease doctor. And he was telling me about this book called Eat to Beat Disease, and how important it is to throw out your frozen foods and don't drink soda and all this stuff. And like that really woke me up. It changed my life. Like I started changing my eating habits and my routines and things like that, just because like I don't know what it was, but as soon as my mom passed away, like all of a sudden it's like mortality smacks you in the face and you're like, I'm gonna die like tomorrow. Like all of a sudden it felt like really urgent. And so over the past couple of years, I've just been making a lot of changes in my life too. Like I box every day. Like, oh shit! Hi, Ada.
Look at the connection.
Oh man!
I was like, why is he doing this again?
Ada, everybody, this is Ada Johnson, the brother of the late DJ Ready Red from the Ghetto Boys, the founder of the Ghetto Boys. And her and Cal have talking with the passing of
That is my friend. No, that is my friend.
Yeah, we're friends.
She is my friend. Like speaking of my mom, I mean, she came to my grief groups. Like she understands firsthand, what I'm experiencing, and I understand what she is experiencing. Like losing your loved ones like this. Obviously, I know Van, you've lost a lot of people too. It's just awful, and like it's hard to deal with it on your own. So I started having like some Zoom grief groups with some of my friends just to talk about grief, and it's been really helpful. And I gotta do another one.
We gotta do another one soon.
Yeah, especially around the holidays because it's tough, and
yeah.
But I love this woman. Yes. Yeah.
And while we all on hip hop from a woman perspective, how hard is it to get? I know how hard it was for my daughter and them to get me to go to see a doctor. How hard is it to get men in your family to go to the doctor?
Well, you want me to take this one, Ada? Because she's in the healthcare field, so she probably has an even better idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, yes.
Number one, it's funny because I was just talking with Rhonda Supreme on Sunday.
Okay.
When I saw Sparky D's post and saw Rhonda comment, I was like, hey, call me when you can. And so when I saw she responded, I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and call her because it was kind of early. And so, we were talking about Kingo Kid, and like I told her, I'm a super empathetic person. So my heart was hurting for Van and everyone that was close to him because, I'm a fan, you know what I mean? Like I grew up on UTFO and Shantae and, Sparky D and all of them. So I know from that, but y'all are like, y'all really knew this man. And so my heart broke for everyone that I've become friends with and know through my brother how, their relationship with him. And so we were just talking about, of course, my brother passing and how that felt. And so it was super upsetting for me because when Red passed, once, me and our other sister Kim was, going through his stuff and cleaning out stuff, when we saw all the hospital bills, and as a nurse, and I'm looking at the bills and I'm seeing he definitely had something going on with his heart. I could tell by the medication they gave, what the charges. And the fact that we didn't know, and he knows, like, I was at the time, had just finished my RN program. So, it's like, it never said anything. I was so mad at him because it was like, why wouldn't you, like, say anything? Like, maybe I could have helped in some kind of way. But the thing that did make me feel a little bit better was talking with like Rick Million, and realizing that he did have someone that he was actively speaking to
Yes.
about some of the issues he was having, and that Rick was really trying to help him. And so, that was the conversation I had Sunday with Rhonda is, when Collins first passed, I wanted to do something to maintain his legacy because I just felt like he deserved that. And like for someone to have been out of the music business for so long but be so regarded still, because he, not just because of the music but because of his relationships, like, everybody saying like, oh my God, I loved your brother, he was just so humble. Like, I just hit him up on Facebook one day and we had the longest those type of conversations were what really blessed me and kept me. But what really broke my heart was, I just know that I never really want someone else to be in that position as a family member, to have to do the GoFundMe's, to have to even get to the funeral. And so as a nurse and professional and as someone who loves hip hop, I really just wanted to figure out some ways to be able to help the hip hop community so that we don't have to keep saying rest in peace to our legends and the first generation. Like I really hope that somehow I'll be able to figure out some way to be able to work in that capacity to help, because that's just where my heart is. Like, it broke me, and Van knows, like, I was literally crying. He had so many people calling me. He had Curtis Blow call me and pray with me. Sparky D calling and praying with me. I was brokenhearted about having to do. Yeah, I was done. I was just done. I am so grateful for it, but it literally, like, my biggest worry was that I was going to have my brother out here looking crazy because I was going to have to do a GoFundMe to bury him. And not because he wasn't a person that didn't take care of his business. He did. He was just still, as much as he was DJ Ready Red, he was absolutely Collins Lyseth. And he was just a hard-working person that just still loved, all the things he loved, and was just working hard and, and just, being a productive member of society. But in the midst of that, it's like life insurance costs, health insurance costs. And, and if we're going to be honest, some of these legends, and I don't know how much we talk about this, they probably didn't have like the best contracts and the best deals back in the day. But yet, some of them may have still been paying money to IRS and money to different things that came from something they never really saw. I know that was the situation for my brother. My brother was paying a good amount of money still on an IRS bill that he owed. So, there's so many different things and so many different stories that's out there that, if we heard them all, like, it's like, yeah, when they pass away, all the radio stations are going to play the music. The family's not going to see that. The record companies will see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I do hope that at some point we can find a way to come up with something to be able to truly honor those legends besides just playing their songs.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
I'd like to
posting
thank you,
something on
Ada.
social media.
I'd like to thank you, Ada. And this is Let's Talk with VanSilk. We on with Kyle Eustice. Hope I say it right. We
It's
got
so
my brother
good to
D.
see you.
Hold on.
I know. We'll have to talk
We
soon.
Yes,
got an
please.
hour.
Please.
No, it's me. I'm going to leave y'all so
Oh,
y'all
all
can
right.
talk.
And what I want to say, we got the original DJ Chaos checking in. We got Scorpio from Grandmaster Flash, the Furious 5 listening.
Yay. Hi, Scorpio. I talked to him earlier.
I know he told me he told me
He's the best.
that's
Yeah.
my brother. And
Yeah.
I love his spirit. I love the encouraging words that he gave me last night.
Mm-hmm.
Very encouraging. We talk every day,
That's awesome.
you know, and I've known the brother since the beginning of time.
I feel like you've known everybody since the beginning of time.
Well, you know, I'm older than most of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you
Me and-
mentioned that before. Yeah.
Me and Flash is the same age. Red Alert's got me by 2 years.
Okay.
He's an official senior citizen.
Wait, how old's Grandmaster Flash?
Me and him the same age.
I thought he was like 55.
Flash?
Am I wrong? Who am I thinking is 55? I'm thinking of Kangol.
Kangol was 55.
Yeah, so how old is Flash? Now you gotta tell me your age.
We the same age. 63.
Well, how old are you?
63. Ice-T,
Okay.
63.
You're a very young 63, though.
Oh, but listen, we out here. Let's see
Mhm.
if we can let's see who's out here that might want to say hi to you. I'm going to pick somebody. Unless you see somebody.
My thing's like not updating, so I don't know. Let's see.
But Dr. Deuce Delta.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How you doing, Doctor? This is
Hi.
VanSilk and Kyle.
Hey, I want to just really thank you because this is a great show to talk about with grief. My father died in October, and now preparing for the holidays and everything is really, really tough. And then when we see legends pass away as well, we're thinking about the same thing, like, are they taking care of themselves? It takes so much to take care of ourselves, and we don't ever think about the cost.
Right.
So I really appreciate that you have this on. And Ada and I, we've been going hard and strong since like 2002.
Aww.
So I love her dearly, and
Yeah,
she is the best.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, Kyle was supposed to did an interview with me and Kango about our colon cancer and all that. And I think she's still going to try to tackle it. We also need to have people from the physical, from the health field to add
Absolutely.
to the story as well.
And I'm in mental health counseling, and that's the big thing as well. It's just people don't see that, a lot of things that are mental affect you physically as well.
Yeah.
And so just hearing what Ada was saying about her brother, how, you work so hard, and we use work as a distraction a lot of times from our mental health. So I really think that this is a really good segment that you have going on today. I appreciate it.
Well, even our physical health, it's like I've always been kind of afraid of doctors because you don't want to get bad news. And as soon as my mom passed away, I was in the doctor's office getting my blood work done, like I said, just changing my life because I want to live, I want to live until I'm 80, 90 years old. Like, we shouldn't be dying at 55 years old. Like, there's no reason for that. It just makes me so sad. My mom was only 65. I won't be done at 65. Like, there's no way.
And I want people to know, just because we're in hip hop, and when you come on my platform, we're gonna talk about the person and what they do, but I also want to have an intelligent discussion because she's one of the only people that I know that was willing to do this topic about colon cancer. I couldn't get none of the other hip hop websites, and
that's
it's funny.
Crazy.
Little Troy. Nobody was paying him no attention until his tractor trailer caught on fire 2 weeks ago. And he said, well, Van, I ain't know how they find me on Instagram. I don't know what happened. I think she got disconnected.
I'm right here.
Yeah, and it was so funny. It seemed like in today's world, you have to do something stupid to get any attention from the
media.
news media.
Yep.
What I want to top on real quick is that what happened out in California this past weekend. Now we all know Bobby D does great shows. The promoter never had no death incidents at none of his concerts. Him and Snoop. Now they had 3 stages, and mind you, this just wasn't a rap concert.
No, it had freaking Isley Brothers. It had
Everybody was there.
Band, you had Midnight Star. You had
Parliament.
Many generations of great
Yeah,
music.
I was gonna fly out for that.
You had
Yeah.
Too Short, 340. Then you had that third stage with these young rappers and the ones who really should have been there. They had they moved YG to the same stage as 50, Snoop, Ice Cube, E40, Too Short, and they left Draco on the third stage with the Dog Pound and Psycho Realm and all those guys.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Did you see the video by one of Draco's associates that came out today? So basically he's saying that for some reason 70 plus people from YG's crew were allowed backstage for some reason, while Draco was allowed 15 people, which is still absurd. Like, why?
Yeah, but hold on. But this is too. But YG is on stage 1. Draco's on stage 3, which is supposed to be way far away from other stages.
Right. But they're all backstage for some reason. I have no clue why they were together. I have no idea. And not only that, Draco's set was like early. I think it was like 5 o'clock.
No, his set was like at 8:30.
Whose was?
And YG on the other stage was at 9.
Yeah. Well, they're saying it's a setup. So we just have to see what comes out. I mean, they're saying it's a setup. So I don't know. I can't really speculate because I wasn't there. And I was almost going to say,
if YG had 70 people, then how many people did 50 Cent have backstage?
I don't know. But as an artist, you shouldn't have more than maybe a couple people. Like, it's ridiculous.
And Cal, I'm gonna say this again, Cal, and I'm looking at my friend Beverly Black, who's with the Shoutout. I'm looking at all the videos on. I'm looking at the videos. Everybody having fun, you know. Then they got the other state they're having fun, but you've been in this business, and I know a lot of time when people come across you, they probably didn't know you was Caucasian and know all this about hip hop and everything and music. Well,
and they also think I'm a guy because my name's Kyle. So everyone's always like, "Oh, you're not a guy."
But it's sad. It's sad that one artist said, "Well, I didn't know Al Green was still alive."
Yes. My husband said the same thing.
And then the other point was, respectfully, that shit should have never happened.
Nope.
Right.
You would have never had the Grateful Dead and Aerosmith and Blood, Sweat and Tears and all those groups. They ain't okay. I can understand you getting drunk and having fights, but to kill somebody.
But not to mention the fact, Van, that we're also still in a pandemic. Which is exactly why Astro World shouldn't have happened either. That's how I feel about that. It's like 10 people lost their lives because somebody wanted to have a festival of 50,000 people in a pandemic, which I think right there is completely irresponsible. Like, that's just how I feel.
And I feel this way, is that we know the gang culture. These artists come out. We know there's videos of Draco threatening YG.
Yep.
He's on YouTube.
Yep.
We know there's videos of him dissing Snoop. Now, how long ago or how separate ago was that? But I've been making a call out on all my shows for WAC 100 and Big U to get all these young rappers together and go see Minister Farrakhan.
They did it before.
We did it before with the Method Man and the Ice Cubes. You do it again.
Yeah.
Because for these young rappers today that ain't been around long enough, they're getting a lot of money.
Right. They don't understand life.
And they're killing each other off of competition wise.
Jealousy.
We're still dealing with Dolph.
And that's not even solved. Nope. Nope. Let me
Why,
tell you something.
why they kill it?
I am tasked with writing the editorial for Hip Hop DX on everyone we've lost this year, Van. And I have at least 23 young men who were shot and killed this year in the rap community. Now we have Draco stabbed to death. You know, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's out
Really.
of control. And people want to say, oh, it's always been this way, you know, like you just have social media now. No, I don't remember a time when it was this bad. I'm writing an obituary for a rapper every week, sometimes multiple a week. Like this shouldn't be
I mean, just take the
happening.
kid A-Roy from the old block fighting.
Yeah.
And he gets
Yeah.
killed.
And you saw the video,
Now,
right?
Yeah. But this is my point.
Mm-hmm.
We lost ecstasy for Houdini to natural death. Prince
Yep.
Marky D, Biz Markie, DMX. Let's not forget those.
No.
Steezo died last year too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We
We
still
got
keep
Shock
forgetting
G, Shock G, Digital
Shock G.
Underground. Mm-hmm.
So that means natural, and some of these are with drugging, you know. But
Yeah.
the point is, it wasn't, and Fred the Godson.
Yep.
Pop Smoke.
COVID.
That
Murder.
pops. You're
And
right.
you got
2020.
Empire Records with three of the
Mhm.
artists, MO3, King Von, and them are on signed to the label.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying,
And
while all
yeah,
your
Zombie of Zionite.
idiots, while all your idiots are eliminating each other,
Yeah.
all the owners of these labels and distributors are sitting in Malibu and Palm Springs,
Living off your money.
Mm-hmm.
congregating, getting along with each other while you're killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. No,
Right.
there's
If you
absolutely.
If you think the owners of the NBA don't sit together, if you think that Microsoft and Elon Musk and all these people ain't sitting together, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Right. Right.
I don't know if you heard about Zombie from Zionite. He's out of the Bay Area. I was with him a week, maybe a couple weeks before he passed away.
I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Okay.
Good to meet you.
Afro Ventures was talking about that the other day with me on here,
Mm-hmm.
out the Bay Area, and somehow.
Well, check this out, Van. This is what's crazy. It's like initially they were trying to say like it was COVID related, right? And come to find out, the police in Berkeley have launched an investigation into his death because apparently he was being choked out in the hospital by a security guard. His hand hit the guy's knee, was on his neck apparently, from what I heard, and he passed away. So now it's like, was he murdered? Like, we're trying to figure this out. And that's another amazing person who is putting so much positivity into the world. Like he had 3 young boys. Like he was an amazing artist. And just like that, he's gone too, 40 something years old. Like,
yeah, we was definitely talking about that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad. It's
horrible.
Sad that
it's
we
horrible.
lose
And then
these
Gift
people.
of Gab from Black Alicious, he was on dialysis for 7 years, man. He was waiting for kidneys. He finally got a kidney transplant. COVID hits. He has to stay inside because he's on anti-rejection meds. He's taking care of his health. He's being really safe. All of a sudden he dies. He dies at 50 years old.
And let's not forget MF Doom.
MF
Another
Doom,
one.
we didn't find out about that until December 31st, 2020.
Yeah, he
Been
died in
gone.
October.
Yeah, he's gone. And it's just like, how? Like, you're so young. Oh, it's out of hand. It's been a really hard year, to be honest, you know, with all those deaths. And of course, when you've lost somebody you're close to, you know, those deaths hit even harder because it reminds you of, you know, your own grief and your own loss. So yeah, it's definitely a tough position sometimes to have to write these stories, especially like as they're happening. Like with Draco, I was writing in real time. Like at first he was just in critical condition. He had been rushed to the hospital. There were rumors that he was going to be okay. And then all of a sudden, you know, he's passed away. And it's like, gotta update that story. And it's like, God, it just never stops.
Well, as we wind down, I'd like to thank you for being here tonight because I know your father's here to get towards the holidays.
Yes.
And Nick Cannon need to send me a new shirt.
Oh, no way.
I need to get a new Nick Cannon shirt. I need to get that comedian DC Young Fly because he's funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he is.
He's real funny.
Nick Cannon, though, he's another one. He's going through grief, too. He just lost his infant son.
Lost his son and refused to give him chemo.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
Well, I think it was the brain.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the brain, it probably would have been, if they talked to the doctors, it probably would have just burnt his brain out, because if it's burning my skin, can you imagine what it's going to do to the brain?
No.
And it's a baby.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I mean, how old was the baby again? 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months. Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I'll say it like this. 6 months or 6 years, which one would you rather have? You don't want to get too, like...
Yeah, it's tough, right? You know?
You have to make choices in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you fight 6 years and then the baby still it's not going to make it. Yeah, you get to 6 years. Now you can start all over again.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to be careful what you say.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely, in this era.
So what's next for you at Hip Hop DX? Like, what's your plans for 2022?
Well, I would like to... hold on.
Go ahead.
I got a really...
You told me, but I don't know if it's true yet.
What?
Come on now.
What? I got a really big raise yesterday, so that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Nah, okay, it was something else you was telling me, but I guess that didn't come through yet.
No. If I'm not talking about it, it probably didn't yet.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm hopefully going to the Grammys for the first time in January.
I'll give you a hint. We're doing a while now. Staff writer.
Oh yeah, I mean I still am a staff writer. Oh yeah. No, I can't talk about that yet.
Okay.
I'll tell you behind the scenes.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, wow, now I'm gonna tell you about my new craft. I got a job at the staff.
No. Things are really good. Things are really good at DX right now. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what 2022 brings. We're growing as a company. I mean, having Warner as our parent company has been pretty amazing. A lot of opportunities there. Yeah, we'll see. We're trying to get the sample show going. I did a piece about Paris and his song that he produced for the Conscious Daughters. And then YG actually and Nipsey Hussle repurposing it for that Fuck Donald Trump single. And Rhino Records actually was thinking about turning that into a video show, which would be really dope. So
Rhino Records is still around?
Yeah, believe it or not.
And I want to talk to Paris.
Yeah.
I need that connection.
Paris is dope.
And I like to say MC Glow from Soul Sonic Force said hello to everybody.
Nice. No, Paris is another dope interview. God, there's just so many. I've been so lucky in my career, to be honest, man. It's mind-blowing that I get to spend time talking to my heroes almost on a daily basis. I feel very fortunate. I just want to make sure I'm contributing the right things to hip-hop. I want to make sure I respect it. I want to make sure I respect all the architects and pioneers, like I said, and always give them their credit, give them, whatever they need. I want to help.
And Scorpio got the new 3 Qs wine. I like to shout out his man and my man Barshawn, the Egyptian, the Ethiopian king.
Oh shit, Egyptian Lover is another one of my favorites.
Yeah, we need to do Egyptian Lover too. Yeah.
Yep, he is the shit. Oh my God, like the beat junkies, all the beat junkies, DJ, like freaking Babu I love hip hop. I love turntablism. I love b-boying. I love MCing. I love DJing. I love it all. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, I enjoy talking to you.
Me too.
I enjoy texting you.
Hold on, almost lost you.
Did you fall?
No, I'm gonna drop my phone. But I did fall the other day. Yeah.
Wow.
I am known to be a bit of a klutz. But yeah,
And I
we can do
enjoy
this.
having conversations with you. I enjoy you supporting our culture.
Mm-hmm.
I told Shoutout I'll be on with you tonight. But she's
Nice.
busy working, taping, her and Kaz with the Rock the Bell.
I love her so much too. See, she's amazing. People don't know. Before there was Shaw Rock from Rhyme Sayers, there was MC Shaw Rock from the Funky 4+1. Everybody needs to get to know her. She is integral to this culture. She's one of the first female rappers ever, and she's amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everything that I'm putting myself involved in, you know, it's great company. You know.
Yeah.
K Slate got the 200 MCs get ready to come out.
Nice.
And King Sun is on it. Johnny Juan Rayvon, Positive K for my end, Running DMC, Scorpio,
Nice.
Sparky D.
And of course, Ralph McDaniels, what he has going on with the Field documentary, the Showtime stuff.
Well, we was talking about you the other day, and I'm like, he said he think you might have called him.
I messaged him. I messaged him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said, whatever you do, you got to pick it up.
Yeah, he's amazing. I messaged him a couple days ago. I'm hoping to get something going. Like, it would be really cool because I've been trying to link up with Nas, like do an interview with Nas about all this stuff. But you know how his people are like, oh, he's not doing a lot of interviews. But I feel like if we have an inside, you know, we have an insider, we could probably pull it off.
Well, you know what? Him and Nas working together, and I gave you Ralph's number, and I think that'll be a great interview about the whole video music box.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do and what it took to make it happen, and still digitizing all the videos that Ralph had taken over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And the group, I'm looking at Jay-Z, I look at Puffy, I look at Steve Stout, and look at all these guys, Dr. Dre. Y'all should just go ahead and give him that money to digitize it.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I mean, he supported it. You take away MTV Raps, you got video music box.
Man, that's another one though. You just reminded me, like, speaking of like hip hop video shows, like Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps is one of my favorite interviews. G Barnes from former Pump It Up. Yep, like love her to death. Yeah.
Well,
like,
D Barnes was my host for Sisters in the Name of Rap.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
That was my host. Dr. Dre, Ned Lover, and Fat Five Freddy was the East Coast host for Rap Mania and Apollo. And Debbie Allen, Tiny Lister, Zeus, and Irene Cara was my West Coast host.
That's dope. See, Van? You do it all. See, you have like 40 jobs.
Yeah. I wish I had 40 checks.
Me too, right?
But listen, I'm going to keep my word with you. You said, Van, my father's here 1 hour.
Okay.
I want
you know I can talk to you about this stuff forever, though. There's so many stories.
Hey, but you know what's going to happen? When I have JJ Fathom on, I'm going to have you come on, like, say some things. We all got to give it back and forth, you know?
Please do, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Like, we went deep into the Ruthless Records story. Like, I've covered them for a long, long time. And, yeah, yep.
Wait a second. You said Salt Lake City?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Salt Lake.
No, you know who else is on that show?
Scorpio.
And the Sugar Hill Gang.
Melly Mel.
Yeah.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, in the Salt Lake in February.
Yep. I'll be there.
Yeah, and Too Deep.
And
Deep. Oh, and Too Deep. And is it Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Yep. Yep. Those are my. Oh, I love Bone Thugs. I talked to Crazy earlier.
You don't get to meet everybody.
I met All Bone. I've interviewed them a bunch. I met Ice Cube a couple times. Yeah, but I've never met JJ Fad in person, and I've never met Scorpio in person. So
I think I'm about to make that trip.
You should. Tickets are cheap.
Is that Utah or Salt Lake City, California?
Utah, yeah.
Oh shit.
The Mormon state. Come on over, man.
Yeah.
We gotta kick it.
Well, I like to say, everybody, I want y'all to have a happy holiday, because I don't know if I'm gonna be. There's no more Let's Talk with VanSilk, but there will be spontaneous me coming on.
Okay.
Oh no, tomorrow night I got Rocky from the Universal Hip Hop Museum.
Ooh, nice. That's a good one too.
You know, because we changed it from Saturday in respect of Kango, and tomorrow night is Rocky Buchanan, the executive director of the Universal Hip Hop Museum. So
which I cannot wait until that opens. I'm gonna be there at the grand opening for sure.
Oh yes, and we still looking for artifacts. So y'all need to hit me up and let us know what you got. We still looking for contracts, paperwork, pictures, magazines.
I would have thought you had them all.
No, Pete Nice got more than me. Him in Paradise.
Nice.
They got me beat.
Nice. All right.
But listen,
well,
I'm
good
gonna
to talk
salute
to
you out.
you. Yeah.
And we'll keep it pumping. Let's talk with VanSilk. It's going up tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Rocky Buchanan, Universal Hip Hop Museum. I'm out.
Much love, Van.
Much love.
Bye.
Peace.